Okay, everybody, hello. Welcome to the presentation. Thanks so much for being here. For those of you on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and Rumble, hello. And now we're going live on our Spreaker format. Oh, well, Spreaker's talking to me now. That's right. World headline and everything. Yep. All right. So there we go. There we go, folks. Sorry, Spreaker is just the introduction is being played in my ear, too. And so I have two different songs playing at the same time. I have one on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Rumble. So I have that introduction being played, and then I have the introduction being played on Spreaker, which is a completely, totally different song altogether. So it's kind of weird in the very beginning. It's like, wow. All right, everybody, if you want to go to my website, if you really, really want to, you certainly can. It's bishopjameslong.com, bishopjameslong.com. If you want to go there, check it out. All right, that's fine. If not, that's fine too. Either way, if you want to head over there, head on over there. Yeah. So it's entirely up to you. Entirely up to you. Feel free to go on over there and visit. And there we are. bishopjameslong.com. If you want to go to the church's website, it's usocc.org. usocc.org. And yeah, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of people who want to talk about, of course, the Tyson fight. And I guess we can get to that later on. But anyway, here we are. So we are. Happy Saturday to you, wherever you are in this beautiful, beautiful world. For those of you who are new on TikTok, and for anyone else, from about 8 to 8:30 or so, we just goof off with Judy Ann and Miss Wilma, tell stories, or just tell jokes. You just kind of put a smile on your face because there's so much stress and anxiety in this world as it is. And then we go right into after that the paranormal demonology questions that everybody has, and so that's what we do. That's how we roll here. Yeah, well, thank you for reminding me, Judy Ann. I want to remind everybody, don't forget that if you want to join me in New Jersey, you can. It's entirely up to you. I will be presenting a presentation, and I'll be going to New Jersey, and I'll be visiting with my friend Bruce Tango. Bruce Tango has been on Taps and Ghost Hunters. I mean, he's been on lots of television. He has a son, of course, a very well-known son in the paranormal community, who's a member of TAPS. So if you want to head on over there, please join us. So go to Bruce Tango, TANGO.com, BRUCE Tango, TANGO.com. Yeah, Ghost Hunters, there you go. And but make sure you click on the exorcism link there. And get your tickets. It's the Clark Holiday Inn in Newark, New Jersey. And that's going to be the 25th of January. So it's right around the corner. So I'll be heading there and then heading right back home. Yep. Yeah, Taps. Yeah. Yeah, Dave Tango, and that's his son. And Dave is a great guy. Great guy. He's just a class act. And his father's he's a really good guy, too. And so both of them have been, been in the paranormal for a long, long time. And so anyway, Bruce Tango is his father. That's all BruceTango.com. Yeah, Dave Tango is his son. So BruceTango.com. So go there, click that button, the exorcism button, get your tickets. Get your tickets because it's going to be some limited seating. So you got to make sure you get them January 25th. January 20th. He's still on television, so he's still involved. So we appreciate the opportunity to come on over there. And yeah, I think I will bring him on open mic night mate one day. And then speaking of, we'll have to have him come on and talk about it. That's what we're going to do. We'll see how the phone system works this time. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but I don't know. Miss Wilma, her hamsters aren't working very well. So hello, Miss Wilma.
Hi, everybody. Happy Shalom. How's it going?
It's going well. It's going well. How are you doing?
Hurting my chest a little bit tonight. I think it's just I got allergies going on.
Is that what you think it is?
Yeah, I think it's what's going on. And I ate a White Castle, and really you got to be careful with those White Castles because I've heard several people talk about that when they eat them that they kind of get a little sick. Yeah,
they definitely make it so that, and they give you gas, so that's a problem. You definitely want to stay away from that. You got to stay. So wait. You're telling me. Wait. Back that train up. You're telling me that you just had White Castles.
I had White Castles yesterday,
Okay, now remember, don't
and I
forget.
bought.
Okay, don't forget your Wilma, your microphone. Wilma, your microphone is live. Go on mute.
I'm not in the bathroom. I'm right
sorry.
here.
I'm sorry.
not in the bathroom.
I'm sorry.
I'm right here. I'm in the living room. I'm in the bathroom.
It's a family-friendly show, and I apologize for that. So,
It's not.
thanks for sharing. We appreciate that, Miss Wilma. I tell you, of all things. So U.S. British have always wanted to try White Castle. Well, let me tell you, honestly, Metalli, let me tell you something. Honest to God, White Castles are great. They are good. I'm telling you, they are really amazing. So metalheads there. If you come to Kentucky, I will take you out and we'll go get the biggest bag of White Castles, and I promise you'll want to move here just for the White Castles alone, because they are true. They are good stuff. They are. So how many of those White Castles did you have? 15?
I had 2 tonight and 2 yesterday.
No, she didn't.
No, actually, I did.
Yeah, you said
I got
20.
an extra when I went yesterday. I got a little extra, and I had 2 tonight for supper.
All right, well, let's check on
I
Judy.
keep them in the microwave.
Well, let's check. So now that we've talked about your bowel movements, let's talk about Judy Ann. Hello. Speaking of which, let's introduce Judy Ann. Hello there, Judy Ann. How you doing?
Well, I'm just enjoying listening to the show.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Have you had White Castles?
Yeah.
Have you had White Castle?
I have not. I have not. But
really?
No, I have not.
They are good, but they're called sliders for a reason.
Miss Wilma, you did not. This is a family-friendly show. Everybody, I swear, this is why I play this right here, right here.
And they do call them sliders.
Yeah, okay, but it's not something you're supposed to say out loud.
What?
You're not supposed to say, well, they call them sliders, by God. I'll tell you what, and they work too. They work. It's better than Metamucil, by God. I tell you, just get a couple sliders and that's all you need right there, by God.
When you pull up to the drive and or go inside, you'll read sliders.
Okay, I'm not even going to explain why they call them sliders, because you probably thought, well, they just slide in. They're so good. They just slide right down your mouth. They're just so yummy. That's not why they call them sliders, Miss Wilma. But okay. But White Castles, honestly, so Judy Ann, we're going to have to make sure you get some White Castles, because they are good stuff. They are. I'm telling you.
They are good, honey.
Because once you eat one, you're like, oh, no, you got to have another one, because they're not very big.
This sounds like.
Huh?
It sounds like it's some kind of a rite of passage here.
It is. Well, now they call them. There's other places they call them besides White Castles. Where's that one restaurant? It's like a White Castle. It's a knockoff White Castle. Does anybody know? Because I've seen them before. It's a restaurant that kind of looks like, it's a white building. It kind of looks like a white. Is that Checkers? I forgot where it's, but I know that I saw another restaurant chain that was very similar to Crystal. There he is. Crystal Burgers. That's it. Judy Ann, have you had a Crystal?
I never heard of them.
I have not.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well,
I haven't either.
Judy Ann, when you get down here to Kentucky, I tell you what, we're going to go down to the Kentucky Derby, by God, and we're going to have some White Castles.
Well, wait a minute. Why can't we just go have a steak?
No,
How about a steak?
Oh, steak is good, but you've got, I'm telling you, the White Castles, man. See, now I want a White. Thanks a lot, Wilma. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Princess Wilma.
Well, I have 2 more in the refrigerator if you want.
Well, hell no. You were just talking about, it was like, woo, it was like, well, they call them sliders for a reason. I don't want yours.
Well, that's what they call.
I mean, I don't know where you got yours, but I think you got your sliders from a back alley or something, because apparently it's messing you up.
All seriously,
what?
When you do go in, it says famous burgers for sliders. That's actually what they called them.
Do you? No, I'll explain the slider situation when we're off air. Okay. Because you have.
Well, wait a minute. Can I ask you a question?
Yep.
It sounds like they slide in, and then shortly after they want to slide out.
Okay, guess what? You are going to get a round of applause. Give studio audience. There we go. There we go. You have a round.
Honey.
So there we go, Miss.
They do that.
Oh no! Now all of a sudden, Miss Wilma's like, "Oh, they sure do." I tell you what, let me tell you all about it. No, Wilma, we don't need to hear the story. We don't need to hear the story. We don't. We don't need to hear your story of doing that. No, Miss Wilma.
I bet it was only Taco Bell that did that to people. I don't know because I don't eat fast food. Rarely do I eat that.
Honestly, Metalhead is putting his. That's funny. So Metalhead's on Twitch is putting his hand. Is it your hand on your face? I do my face palm all the time with Wilma. I'm like, oh dear God, she did not just say that, but it's true. I'm telling you. McDucks. I don't know what a McDucks. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. I have had Taco Bell. Yo quiero Taco Bell. Nothing. I've never had problems with Yo quiero Taco Bell. I've never really had problems with White Castles, but apparently Miss Wilma is telling us all about her bathroom excursions. But anyway, let's move on, shall we? So, what have you been up to, ladies? Besides Wilma talking about Judy Ann, how have you been?
I have been busy, but very happy.
Pamela,
and you know why?
Yes, yeah. Pamela said, "I'm a new subscriber. What did I enter?" That's funny. Yeah, Judy.
She's in for it.
Oh boy, let me tell you. So for the first hour, we just goof off and talk about whatever. I mean, whatever happens, the seatbelt is off. We just go full force. So Miss now, Judy Ann, you had. The hell was that? That was kind of well. Thank you. I've never seen that before. Thank you. That's very nice. A little cake. I love cake, by the way, Dog Norman. I love cake. So, so are you done? Excuse me. Just gotta let her get it out.
I thought I was in mute.
No, you're not on mute. Everybody's hearing you giggling and giggling. No, you're not on mute. Okay, but you got to tell us, what were you laughing about? What was funny? You got to tell us a joke now.
Oh, it's not a joke. It's just what we were talking about. Go ahead.
See, I'm telling you, this is what happens with Miss Wilma. This is exactly what happens. She gets a little cray. She drinks some, some Jim Beam.
I don't never drink. I never took a drink in my life.
Yeah. I'm sorry, you did a what? You never. Folks, that's exactly right there. That's exactly right there.
I never took a lick in my life.
Yeah, I know what you do.
I never drink.
Right, it's a family-friendly show. Oh my gosh! Well, thank you very much.
I never did drink.
Miss Wilma can do a stand-up show. I'm telling you, Miss Wilma is cray. She is cray to the cray. So, Judy Ann, tell us, what have you been up to? I know what you've been up to. Tell everybody what you've been up to.
I'm working on getting this latest issue together and getting it published, getting it printed and mailed out. She
is a writer. She is a photographer. And let me tell you something. She tears those photographies up. She tears those pictures up. You got to come over here and take a picture of Wilma after she eats after she has her Jim Beam and her sliders. That'll be a real interesting picture.
Drink at all.
We'll sell a picture to all her boyfriends at Walmart. Miss Wilma, for those of you who don't know,
I don't have a boyfriend.
I didn't say boy. I didn't say a boyfriend. I said boyfriends. S. She goes to Walmart. She goes to Walmart in her little scooter, in her Walmart scooter. She gets the fastest one. She tries several of the Walmart. Say, oh, that's just a good one right there. That's a good. I'm gonna pick this up and give you some gas. So she gets the one that's fully charged. That has, because she goes after those Walmart boys, those Walmart men in the scooters. You should see her chasing them down.
No, they come after me. I don't go after them.
You see.
I go the other way.
Oh no, you don't. That's why you have rear view mirrors. She's like, oh, are they looking at me? Hey, how you doing? That's what she said.
Have that in the.
How you doing? And she's driving on her scooter, doing the clicking her, fixing her hair, and yeah, she knows it. She's
oh my stars.
Miss Wilma's got game. Miss Wilma's got game. That means. All right. So, by the way, For those of you who had a birthday, want to have a birthday, wish you had a birthday, just want to have a birthday, or just you want to have a birthday cake, here you go. Miss Wilma, sing along. Sing along, Miss Wilma. Tell everybody. There we go. Sing along, everybody.
Day to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. And many more.
What the hell were you singing?
Happy birthday.
You are so off key. You were singing a different
song. Happy birthday, and I said, and many more.
We weren't even at that part yet.
Oh.
It's the first verse, just like the second verse, just like the first verse.
I was singing at first. I thought it ended.
No, it's not ended. Here we go.
That's what Joey said.
Here we go. We're doing it again. Come on, Miss Wilma. There we go. That's really rude. That is really rude. For those of you who have birthday, have one. So I tell you what, I'm sorry that she didn't want to sing happy birthday to you. My apologies. My apologies. All right.
I said birthday. I did it right.
Okay, so Miss Wilma.
But happy birthday if it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you.
It's not my birthday.
No, I was talking to people out there.
Oh, well, that nice. So you just take that back. Just yank that happy birthday right out of my. Oh, you're not talking. Isn't that nice? Okay, so Miss Wilma, tell us a joke. Besides what you've been doing already, tell us a joke, and then Miss Judy Ann's going to tell us a joke. And I don't celebrate birthdays. All right, so what's a joke for us?
What did the pumpkin say at happy hour?
I don't know, Judy Ann. Do you know what the pumpkin said at happy hour?
I do not.
No.
Let's get smashed.
Judy Ann, no, please, Judy Ann.
Thank you, Judy.
Please don't laugh.
You're welcome.
Please don't laugh, because when you do that, you encourage, and that's scary. That's a little frightening. So, okay.
But she does a good job with her jokes.
Oh, does she?
That's a good job.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Okay, you know what? Oh, that's what we get.
Just as long as one pushing the boo button.
You're pushing my boo buttons. That's exactly what you're doing with that joke. All right, Judy Ann, do you have a joke, or do you want Miss Wilma to tell another? Thank you.
Well, I have a couple. We're coming up on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So I pulled a few Thanksgiving jokes out.
Okay.
Why did the cranberry blush? I think everyone knows this one.
Why did the cranberry blush? I don't know. Miss Wilma, do you know why the cranberry blushed?
No, I do not.
It saw the turkey dressing.
Oh, man.
That's pretty good.
I mean, look, we're a family-friendly show, but can we at least get the jokes a little bit?
Well, I'm glad you liked it.
It was, honey.
I'm sorry, everybody. Excuse me. Excuse me. Cheers.
I thought it was
Okay,
cute.
all right.
I'm sorry.
Well, I thought it was okay.
I'll try
I
to
thought it was.
appreciate it.
Got
Oh.
dressy.
Okay, what's another one? Miss Wilma, do you have one? Let's pile. Here we go. This is serious.
Why didn't the pilgrim want to make bread?
Yeah, that's a good. Wait, studio audience. Wait. Hold on. Studio audience. No. Wait. Please. Hold on. Just give her a chance. I'm sorry. What was that? Studio audience are very upset right now. What was it? Say it again.
Why didn't the pilgrim want to make bread?
Why didn't the pilgrim want to make bread? I don't know. Judy Ann, do you know?
I do not.
No, I don't either. Tell us, Miss Wilma.
It was a crummy job.
No, man.
Get it, crummy?
No. I agree with the studio audience in this one. No, I agree with that.
That's a good one.
Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. You have just broken a commandment when you just said that was a good one.
He's not telling no false witness.
Man.
Well, I can get away with things. I'm not a Benedictine, and
Well, that's true.
I,
That is true. But we have to change that, Judy Ann. We have to change that. So we're going to
You
have to.
do?
Yes, because you already are Benedictine as it is. I mean, you're there at night prayer, you're there Bible study, you're a fantastic Benedictines. Fantastic. So for that, we say keep rocking, sister. All right. So what do you got, Miss Judy Ann?
Well, what does a turkey do on a computer?
What does a turkey do on a computer? I don't know, Miss Wilma. What do you think?
Yes.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Google.
Thank you, Dog Norman. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh, Mama, you're the best part. You're the best part of the show.
Let me tell you. Well, hell yeah. Come on. Let's go. Come on, Miss Wilma. Shake it up there, sister. Let's go now. Google, Miss Wilma. All right, there we go. Okay, so that was actually, I remember, it wasn't that long ago. Truly, it wasn't that long ago when I went over to Wilma's house and I was like, Wilma, what are you doing? Well, I'm trying to get up on that Google. Why is it making that? Why is it making that noise? She had a computer that went that horrible, make that horrible noise. Well, it's got to get warmed up so we can go in that other living room and just go watch a movie, and then maybe when it's over, it'll lock on to that Google. I'm telling you,
it had to sign on to the internet. It had to wait.
Girl, let me tell you, that was
the phone line was running through it. I got one of those big computers. One of those big computers. It still works. You had to wait for it to go. It rings to the internet through my phone.
Oh, thank God she's changed that. She's changed it. So thank God, because that was
Well, I still use it once in a while. I still work on it.
Well, I really. So it still works.
Oh yeah, I still use it. It takes me a little while. It takes a little while to run through the phone, but yeah, I still use it.
I mean, that thing.
Just like my VHS tapes, it still works.
She does.
VHS tapes is probably not out there, but that still works.
She watches. I'm telling you,
I watched a lot of movies on it.
I'm telling you guys, she does. She does, and no joke. She will watch like they are brand new. Like they are brand new movies that came out in 1980, and she'll still watch them. I mean, it is really cray. It's sad. It is, but seriously, she watched those VCR like, oh, I've never seen this movie before. Well, it came out in 1980. It's good. It's good. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Let's see. I
got another joke.
Oh, so wait. Well, there's someone's asking me, James. You need to pull out a dad joke quick. All right, dad joke. Your dad is so crazy that he thinks Fleetwood Mac is a new hamburger at McDonald's. What do you think? So, thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm here all night. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Miss Wilma, Fleetwood Mac is a. Did you just snort at me? Did you just snort at me? What? Fleetwood Mac, are you done?
You let me tell you my joke.
Oh, please do.
Huh?
Oh, yes, absolutely. We'd love to have. We'd love to hear them.
What do you call a running turkey?
Judy Ann, do you know, what do you call a running turkey?
No.
Fast food.
Now that's good. I like that.
I'm sorry, the studio audience didn't like that one at all. No. Miss Wilma is so crazy she failed a survey. That's true there. I mean, that's how crazy Miss Wilma is. Oh, wait. So we have a let's see. Okay. Oh, so here's something. It says, what do you call a fake noodle? Metalheads on Twitch is asking. So what do you call a fake noodle? And the answer is an impasta. An impasta. That's a good one. The studio audience liked that one. An impasta. An impasta. See, even Wilma likes that. What? You liked that one, didn't you? An impasta.
That is cute.
Okay. All right. So, all right. Who's next? Judy Ann, do you have another one or no?
Yeah.
I do.
Okay.
What do sweet potatoes wear to bed?
What? I'm sorry. What was what? What is it? What? Huh? What?
What do sweet potatoes wear to bed?
What do sweet potatoes wear to bed? I don't know. Do you know Miss Wilma?
No, I do not.
Okay.
They wear yammies.
Oh man. Man. Really, Wilma? Really? Hold on, everybody. I think Wilma's got. Wilma.
Wait a minute. Wilma, I have one just for you. What happens when potatoes drink? What happens when potatoes drink too much?
What happens, what, baby?
What happens when potatoes drink too much?
I don't know, honey.
They get mashed.
Wow, man. Man.
That's a good.
Wilma, now you see, Wilma has a tendency of explaining the. Oh, thank you very much. Thank Dom. She has a tendency of explaining the jokes. I'm surprised she hasn't says, Bishop Long, do you understand? Do you get it? Do you get it? See, that's what she normally does. That's what she normally does.
Well,
see, that's what
she need to do that. Maybe she needs to do that right now because you clearly didn't appreciate the humor.
First of all,
making faces and pushing your insulting buttons.
First of all, I do not push any buttons at all. You're pushing my buttons right now by telling these jokes, and I can't help what the studio audience likes and what they don't like. That's not on me. Okay. Okay. Thanks. Thank you. Appreciate it. You know what? You both are so crazy. You use Old Spice for cooking. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you. Appreciate all of you. Appreciate all of you. I'll be here after the show. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I'm sorry.
What's blue and covered in feathers?
What is blue and covered with feathers? I don't know, Judy Ann, do you know?
Covered in feathers.
Oh, excuse me.
Is it a turkey holding its breath?
Yeah. Good
job.
You got it. It's holding its breath.
Okay, and look at that. He says he has a studio audience, which is his finger. And I still get the boo button, even though I answered the joke.
It was a boo button because it doesn't exist, and the studio audience didn't like it. It's a family-friendly show. We have a family-friendly studio audience right here, and I cannot help if they do not like it.
That was good.
I can. Okay, so do you have any more, Miss Wilma, or no?
No, I'm good. You did. You had more, baby.
I don't. I'm good.
All right, Miss Wilma. So let's. You want to do what? Let's see.
Yes. Would we rather?
Would you rather? Would you rather? Would you rather?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, thanks.
Sock it to me.
All right.
Okay, so I'm going to explain this one a little bit. Would you rather have the strength of 100 men, but lose all sense of empathy, which means that you would not be able to feel what other people are feeling? You would not feel bad. Like if someone feels bad, you wouldn't have any of that ability. So would you rather have the strength of 100 men, but lose all sense of empathy, or have the power to heal any emotional pain that someone is going through, and you have to take that pain onto yourself?
Emotional pain. Definitely.
Now, hold on. That you don't understand. That means you can take emotional pain from anybody, no matter what. But that
yes,
then that
give it to me. Yes.
but you have to give it to you.
That's 100% me.
Oh wow. Okay.
But you have to absorb.
You have to
all
absorb
those painful emotions and feel them that other people.
That's
are
right.
feeling.
That's right. You'll have to, for the rest of your life.
Well, I'd have to do that because the other choice is wrong.
That's a tough one, though, isn't it?
It's very tough because you could die. You could unalive from that. You could unalive from that to feel all the pains that people are feeling. Absolutely, it could end your life.
And by the way, let's do this one last one. A metalhead says, "What did one plate whisper to the other plate? Dinner is on me." Very good. That's a good one. That's where we're gonna give a round of applause on that one. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. All right. Okay, so you're both are going to take the pain, the emotional pain on yourself. But you can have a strength of 100 men, but you have no sense of empathy.
I've always told you and our family and friends that I would rather go through what they go through for me and not them. I've always said that. That I've always, no matter what they had, I would, if I could take that away, I would rather go through it than them.
Okay. Here's another question. Would you rather be able to speak all languages in the world except English? You wouldn't be able to speak English anymore. Or have the power to heal any physical wound that someone is having, but you feel the pain of every injury you heal. So one, you can speak any language in the world except for English. You can't speak English anymore, or you have the power to heal anybody's physical wound, but you're going to feel that pain every single time. Judy Ann, what would you say?
Well, it would have to be to heal people and feel the pain. It's just
okay. Now
there's no other choice.
All right, hold on. So you're both. Look, I know what the honorable thing is, but you're talking about if someone has a broken leg, if someone has a broken arm, if someone has horrible injuries that they're dealing with physically. I mean, truly physical, horrible pain. You think severe, like for example, let's say someone has a severe back pain to where they can't even stand. So if they try to stand, they fall right to the ground every single time. They're in extreme pain. So you're telling me that you would take on that pain for the rest of your life to heal that person, or would you rather prefer to speak all languages except for English for the rest of your life?
Heal that person.
Oh, come on.
Heal you for your migraine.
Okay,
I would do it in a heartbeat.
No, wait, but that means that means you would have those migraines for
the pain?
No, you would have it for the rest of your life.
Oh man.
So, like for example, if I have migraines, I have migraines every day. Every single day, I have a migraine, and sometimes cluster headaches. I have 4 times a week. I usually get cluster headaches. So that means for the rest of your life, Wilma, you're going to experience the cluster headaches that I experience. You'll never be able to. There, I know you with pain. There's no way you'll be able to make it. No way.
I'd rather go through it than you. Yes.
And that's all nice and good, but come on.
In a heartbeat.
All right. Miss Wilma says she's going to take the physical. Judy Ann, what do you say?
Well, because there are people depending on me, I don't think I would be able to do the healing part. I'd have to take the language option. Because if I have to live with it the rest of my life, and every person I heal, so I would have migraines, broken bones, car crashes. I mean, you name it.
Yeah.
That's enough to end somebody's life. So that's not realistic.
That would be tough. That would be really, really tough.
Yeah. I don't think I could do all of it.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So this is an interesting one. Would you rather be immortal? That means you never die, ever, but have all your loved ones age, and they will pass away. You know that, but you have eternity. You will live forever. Or would you rather bring your loved ones back to life, and that would then sacrifice your own life in the process. So you can live for eternity. You can live forever and ever and ever, but your loved ones will pass away and they will age. Or you can bring them, all your loved ones who have passed away, you can bring them back to life, but you in the process, you will die. So which one would you rather
I
do?
wouldn't want to bring my loved ones back from heaven. I wouldn't want to bring my loved ones back. They'd have to go through all that pain and everything themselves again.
That's true. I wouldn't want to either. And but I don't want to live forever either. Of course, we are going to live forever. We don't. It's
That's right.
just a transition.
Yep.
You know, when you.
Yes, in heaven. Yes, we will live forever.
Mhm.
Oh, Ellie's saying, but
yes.
what if they
So-
what if they want to come back? Oh, that's an interesting. Yeah. Yeah. See, that's a tough one. So Ellie says, what if they want, what if they don't want to come back? Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Sister Jennifer said the same thing. Yeah. Because you don't know. All right. Now,
Mhm.
this is a tough one. Now, this one, it makes you think a little bit. Would you rather have the ability to make anyone fall in love with you, but never find true love yourself, or have the power to know if someone is lying to you, but you never are able to trust anyone? So let me say it again.
Okay, repeat that again. I'm sorry.
Would you rather have the ability to make anybody fall in love with you, but you never find true love yourself? Or would you rather have the ability to know if someone is lying to you and you never trust anyone? That's a tough one.
Oh, that's a hard one.
I'm kind of already at the point where I don't trust too many people. So just close. And I only have a few
Anybody.
close
You don't trust
friends.
anyone. No, not close friends. So you have the ability either to make anybody fall in love with you, but you never find true love yourself, or you have the power to know if someone is lying to you and you will never trust anyone ever. So it's one or the other.
I think I'd have the power for somebody to love me because if I wouldn't have that feeling to have the true love because I don't have that. So
Okay.
I wouldn't be losing anything right now.
All right. So
I think it would be, if somebody fell in love with me, that'd be great. But I couldn't do the other one. No.
all right. And Judy Ann?
I'll take the first one. Make
What?
them love
Somebody
me,
fall in
I
love
guess.
with you,
Yeah.
That's a hard one, but it has to be
I
that.
would not want to go through life not trusting anyone. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not an
I
option for
couldn't
me.
do that.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
too bad.
I could not do that.
All right. So let's do one more. Would you rather have the ability to fly, but only at nighttime, or be invisible, but blind while invisible?
While you're invisible, you're what?
Would you rather have the ability to fly, but only at night? Or would you rather have the ability to be invisible, but you are blind while you are invisible?
Oh gosh, I just fly.
I already fly on my broom at night, so that's not a change for me.
Judy Ann,
Right?
ever say that again?
So,
Yeah, I'd have to take a
I'd
knockout
take
pill, but I'd have to fly every night.
I'd fly at night. That would be fun.
yeah, I think that would be fun.
I couldn't be able to breathe because I can't. I have hypochondria, and I couldn't breathe in tight places.
I'm sorry, you have what?
Hypochondria.
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
I can't breathe when I'm in tight places.
Yeah, claustrophobia. Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, fair enough. All right. So, Miss Wilma, do you have a movie you want? Oh gosh, it's already 8:41. Do you have a movie you want to tell us about?
Oh yes. Okay, my movie
Mm-hmm.
is on Disney Plus. It's called Babes in Toyland with Annette Funicello and Ray Boger. Now, Ray Boger, he's Scarecrow and Wiz the Boss. A young girl, her name was Mary. She wants to marry Tom Piper, but he gets kidnapped by two two bad men who works for the evil Barnaby because he wants to marry her, but he just wants to marry her for money. The two bad men sells him to the gypsies and gives Tom to. I heard you laughing.
So it's 1961, but that's all. Yeah.
Which gives Tom to rescue Mary.
Yeah.
They ask for help from an old toy maker who tries to get Barnabas back. Now, I don't want to give it away, but this is a great movie. It's called Babes in Toyland.
Okay, before we jump
The
off,
Disney Plus.
Mama,
right.
who was the woman that starred in it? What was her name again?
Annette Full-of-Jello. She played with Frankie Avalon in a lot of those beach bingo.
Who was that
She
again? Wait a minute. What was her last name again?
Annette Full-of-Jello.
Okay. Okay.
you're full of jello, lady. You are full of jello. You are full of jello.
Annette Full-of-Jello. She played in. She was one of the Musketeers in
Full of jello.
oh
Yeah, she's a.
She was
Mickey
the
Mouse
one.
Club.
Well, I think Annette Full of Jello also was in a movie with Elvis, wasn't she? The beach movie.
Maybe she's just full
No,
of
you're
jello.
thinking of Ann Margaret.
You're thinking of Aunt Margaret. Not that's definitely not Annette full of jello. I mean, she's
Yeah,
not.
Annette Full-of-Jello was with Frankie Avalon.
If she was,
And Beach Blanket in those movies like that.
yeah, there's no way that
almost
she could have. Yeah, there's no way that she could have been on the beach shaking because she's full of jello, and so there's no way she could be on the beach shaking.
No,
There
that's
is
her
that.
name, Annette Full-of-Jello.
Oh,
That's right.
Annette full of jello.
Yeah, Annette Full-of-Jello. Yes,
Okay, well, so
that's her last name.
studio audience, do we Annette full of jello? Hey, Annette full of jello. No, oh boy.
Judy Ann, honey, what's her last name?
It's Funicello.
It's what, honey?
Funicello.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought, yeah, Annette Full-of-Jello. Yes.
That's right. You got it right.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, I heard the baby laughing. That's what they. Oh, am I saying her name wrong?
well, like I said, she speaks Wilmanese. She speaks Wilmanese, and she is fluent. So we got a lot. So okay, first of all, now no more full of jellos. Do you have any? Do you have a story that you really, really want to tell us about, Miss Wilma?
Yes.
Oh, great.
If you want to. Okay.
Sure. Not full of
In
jello.
Tulsa, Oklahoma, a dog was chomping an aluminum battery, sparked a serious outfire in Oklahoma, and videoed of the moment the sparks began to fly is being listed by a fire department to show the potential dangers of those batteries. The footage was taken from the home and posted last week on the Tulsa Fire Department's Facebook. Shows the dog gnawing on its choice as a chew toy
Bad dog.
that it was set on the living room floor.
That's funny. That's funny.
They-
And
the
wait,
dog was-
Miss Wilma. And Francis Marie says 73. The dog's name was Sparky, right? That was a good one. That was a good one.
They didn't give it a name, but that was good.
Sparky. Now, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. That was a pretty baby. Do you like that one?
It's a dog's name.
Yeah, Sparky. Oh, there, the baby likes it. The baby likes it. Okay, that's enough. All right, that's enough. That's it.
Yeah, but can you imagine those?
Can you get Miss Full of Jello out of here, please? Can you please get Miss Full of Jello out of here, please? Take Sparky with her.
That was good, Sparky. But no, it didn't have his name. It just said he was chomping on an aluminum battery. He
No.
sparked.
Oh,
That's
goodness
seriously.
gracious.
But it
Terrible.
was it's pretty good.
That is cray. That is cray. Now,
Yes, it was.
Miss Judy Ann, did you have a story that you want to share?
Well, I was wondering if I could ask you a couple questions.
Uh-oh. Innocent of all charges, guilty of none. Yes.
No, everyone is so interested. You're such a fascinating person. What is your favorite food?
Basic. Very, very basic. Hamburger.
But you don't have a favorite dish.
No.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
when I was growing up, my mom would always make potatoes and she'd put green beans in there. That was always really good. With ham. So we'd have ham.
Oh yeah.
I love that. Southern cooking, you know, that's what we grew up on. You know, that's what I grew up on. So to me, it's like lasagna is good. Meat and potatoes, you know, also. But yeah, matter of fact, I haven't made it in a while and I need to, but a big old pot of potatoes and green beans. And it is just, man, I mean, it's good stuff. It is good stuff, you know what I mean?
Well, I just thought bring you up a little, just kind of show the human side of you a little more.
I am
We
human.
see the caller all the time.
I do eat. No.
I know you're human. Yeah.
Listen to
That's interesting. I'll have to get that. I want you to make that sometime and show us.
Actually, you know what? My mom, I begged her to make a cookbook and she's like, oh, no one likes it. It's just a Southern cook. As a mom, please make one. And she said, I don't know how to do that. So I did it. So what I did is I told her, I said, put it together, put the recipes together, and I will make a book. And that way it'll be on there forever, never, 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 never. And she did. And so she actually has a book out. As a matter of fact, I need to put that on my website. I do have the store open. I have the store open. So bishopjameslong.com.
Oh, you do?
Yep. I just for the winter. For Christmas, and then I'm gonna shut it down because it's just gotten too crazy. So bishopjameslong.com, and I'm going to put my mom's cookbook up there. So don't go there. I'm gonna, but it's wonderful. It's wonderful.
He was a very good cook. I loved her. Oh my stars! There are things she fixes delicious. Really
English stew.
Potatoes and green beans. It sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. So what was
I had a couple other questions. Yeah. What is your favorite season?
Definitely autumn. I love fall, going into winter. Yep.
And if you could go anywhere in the world to visit, where would that be? Anywhere in the world.
I love the mountains. I tell you what, Switzerland has the most biggest, beautiful, gorgeous mountains in the world, but I really don't want to see that. I would any place. I think Yosemite is something that I definitely want to see. I think Yosemite right now is probably the top. The paranormal is at the bottom of the list, about the very bottom. For me, it would be beauty and nature because that's where I experience God. So that's definitely.
I love, something. I have to go photograph something actually in Switzerland. It's the Alpine Cow Parade. And it's fabulous.
Oh,
the
wow.
Cows they dress these cows in these amazing headdresses with bells, and they walk them right through downtown. It's a big annual festival, and I'm going to go photograph that. So maybe you want to carry my camera bag.
Yeah, absolutely. The Swiss Alps. I mean, just beautiful. But I think Yosemite.
It's right.
Where's the other national park? Yosemite, and what was the other one that I'm thinking of?
Are you thinking of Yellowstone?
Oh, Yellowstone. Yeah, Yellowstone is not Yosemite. Yellowstone. Yellowstone is where I definitely. Yep.
I have to go back for the grizzly bears, so you'll have to carry my camera back there too.
I will. Heck yes. Heck yes.
Yep. I know that people are crazy to ask you all kinds of paranormal questions.
Well, wait. Listen to this.
Sign off.
Well, you want to sign off now?
What?
Or because I want to.
But I don't want to.
I want to share this. I want to share this story with both of you. Listen to this.
Okay.
This is by T.K. Randall, and I'll get to your questions in just a second. Hang tight, everybody. There is a weird viral trend that is seeing people write cursed numbers on their own arm. So listen to this. Social media users have taken to penning the number on themselves to see what will happen. Viral trends have seen a lot of impressionable young TikTokers. Users participate in various ill-advised and in some cases even fatal stunts in recent years. And while this particular example is not inherently dangerous according to the site, there are some who believe that it can still have a negative psychological effect. No, it cannot have just a psychological effect. It can have a demonic effect. Anyway, the idea for the trend originated a few years ago, but has recently made something of a comeback. Essentially, it involves writing the numbers 690452 on your own wrist before going to bed. Now, according to urban legend, this is allegedly a cursed number, also known as the heaven or hell number. And writing it on your arm allegedly will transport you to a parallel world when you fall asleep. Now, the effects of the reportedly range from encountering demons and monsters in your dreams or being permanently trapped in some sort of dream world. Of course, there's absolutely no reason to believe that any of this is true, but that hasn't stopped a surprising number of people from trying it nonetheless. Perhaps the most interesting thing about this trend is the significance of the number 690452, which doesn't seem to have any inherent meaning outside of the trend itself. Now, exactly who came up with this number and why remains unclear. But see, that's the problem, guys. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what number you put on your site. If you put number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, it's the intent behind what you're trying to do.
It's provocation then, isn't it? Is it a form of provocation?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. See, you taught me that.
Because you can put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But the point is you're trying to use this number for the sole purpose of making contact with the demonic realm. That's opening yourself up. It's ridiculous.
Yes.
So I just wanted to let you guys hear that one. And
wow, that's true, right?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh wow,
people are doing it. So they're putting this, and again, it's not about the number. The number itself is not a magical number. It is the intent behind putting this number on your body for the purpose of making contact with hell or demonic realm. That's right.
That's the key word. In other words, we use candles in a church, but you can also use candles in a seance. Correct?
Yeah, that's
so
sure.
It's the intent of what.
Sure. It's crazy. It is crazy.
So,
I
would never do that. That just scares my toenails off.
It's certainly it's not a very bright thing to do. I don't know why people do it, but they do. They do. So
that's something like I heard that people's putting a chip under their wrist.
Block. Hold on, I gotta block this idiot. There we go. Block. Oh, poor baby. We're not paying attention to you. Oh, sorry, I had to block some person who's whining because we're not paying attention to him. What was that, Miss Wilma?
Is that the same thing as when I heard that people wanting to put a chip in their wrist?
Well, that's a little bit different situation. People are doing that because they say allegedly for medical reasons, etc. So, but I don't know. All right. Well, ladies, I want to thank both of you for jumping on and coming in and saying howdy to us. So thank you for doing that.
Well, I'm glad I got to be on tonight.
Okay, Miss Wilma, say hello. Say goodbye to everybody.
I'm glad I got to be on tonight. I'm glad my phone worked. And I hope everyone has a great night. I do love all of you, and God bless.
Thank you there. And Judy Ann, say good night to everybody.
Good night, everyone. I will go back to moderating, and we will see you tomorrow evening for Bible study.
Sounds good. Thank you, ladies, very much for being here.
Okay. Good night.
Good night.
Bye-bye. All right, everybody. That was Miss Wilma and Judy Ann. We appreciate them stopping by and saying howdy to us. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think Judy Ann was, but I do think Miss Wilma was. Got all these wires here. I'm pretty sure Miss Full of Jello was not. I'm pretty sure Miss Full of Jello was definitely not born in a barn. But yeah, can you I don't know why people do this. I don't know why. They put those things on their bodies and then they wonder what in the world happened. It's like, well, you open yourself up, well, you might get an answer. So why would you do it in the first place? But they do it. They do it nonetheless. Hold on, my phone there fell. Let me grab this real quick. Okay. There we go. Yeah. So I'm just gonna find some chill music, some ambient chill music. How's that? Royalty-free Facebook and YouTube. You always have to say that because if you don't, they will ding you so hard. And I understand because you don't want to royalty-free ambient chill music. There we go. Yeah, you always have to make sure you get royalty-free. Yeah, we can't do that one. Unfortunately, we can't do that because it's they will say no copyright. There we go. That's what we want. Well, we wanted that one. Anyway, so hang on. People are. See what that was. Oh, we got a. Oh, we don't care about the pharmacy. And there we go. See how that does? A royalty free means that you don't have to, it's free, it's public domain, anybody can use it for whatever use. Versus if you play like music on Facebook and YouTube and that's copyright, you have to have a license for that. But I actually had a license at one time. I had a BMI license and they were still dinging me every single time. It's like, I have a BMI license. I'm allowed to play this on air. They kept constantly dinging me. It's like, this is ridiculous. So, hello. Well, everybody can be friends here. Oh, wonderful. Yeah. Metalheads, tell you, contact me on Facebook, Metalheads. So this is what you need to do. Send me a message on my Facebook. Go to bishopjameslong.com, bishopjameslong.com, and click on, go down to where it says social media links, and make sure you click on the Facebook one, my right one, because I have multiple Facebooks, and just send me a message there. And that'd be great. Yeah, we have friends here from all walks of life. We have friends that are Catholic, that are not Catholic. It doesn't matter what denomination you are. Everyone is welcome here. Here's what we don't do here. What we don't do is we are not arguing politics here. There's plenty of places out there that on other sites, if you want to go scream, yell, and holler until you're blue in the face, well, you go ahead, go ahead and have fun screaming, yelling, and until you're blue in the face. We don't do that here because it's too toxic, and it's a waste of time, total waste of time. So we're not interested in that, and we just don't participate in that kind of nonsense. So if you're going to, I'm just telling you now, if you're going to come in here and you're going to start yelling and screaming and politics, you're just going to be muted. Plain and simple. Yeah, you know what? This about the alien, Don Carlos, I got to tell you something. We talked about that yesterday. I believe something is going on. There are far too many people that are reporting these things. And to me, there's something happening. As a matter of fact, listen to this. Right. But this is by T.K. Randall. There's a mystery as hundreds of people see a large, dark UFO over West Michigan. So, and by the way, if you come in here on TikTok and you start spewing all kinds of nasty things, you're going to be muted. That's it. Moderators won't. I'll talk about that in just a second, John. But listen to this. The unidentified object, which made local headline news, left witnesses scratching their heads. So according to reports, sightings of the anomalous object, which was seen recently, centered along the Gizon Parkway in the Bryan Center, Wyoming area of West Michigan. It was large enough to be spotted by quite a large number of people throughout the area. Now, before long, witnesses had taken to social media to talk about what they seen. Described as being a large, black in color and shaped roughly like a triangle, the object didn't seem to resemble any known drone design and certainly wasn't a helicopter or any other known aircraft. Some people speculated that it could be some sort of giant kite, though this remains unconfirmed. It says it was weird. I've seen a picture of this. It says it was weird. The size was big and it just hung there, said Melissa Belinsky. And another witness noted that this group had watched it above the Pines Golf course in Wyoming for 15 minutes straight, and nobody has been able to figure out what it was. So you can actually check this out. It's in Wyoming. It's kind of a weird thing. If I were to, I mean, it almost looks like a big garbage bag, really. That's kind of, and it could be just staying in air. I don't know. It's kind of strange, but yeah. Oh, that's wonderful, Lulu. I'm glad that you went to. Yeah, confession is beautiful. Confession is a beautiful thing. The helicopter footage. I'm telling you, there's a lot of. We don't. Something is happening. Yeah. See. So here's the deal about the. First of all, yeah, Tyson. The people are asking about the Tyson fight. I saw the Tyson fight. I remember Tyson in his heyday. I remember watching those matches, and most of the time you watch the match and it was over the first round. This is a 50, but here's what I found very weird. I found this very, very strange. I saw the videos of him, sparring with his partner there, and that Mike Tyson was radically different than the Mike Tyson that I saw in the ring just yesterday. So he fought Jake Paul. It would just seemed weird. I mean, because if you've seen the sparring, the videos that were out there, I mean, he looked like the old Mike Tyson, where he just, I mean, it was like Jake Paul doesn't have a prayer. But it seemed like what I saw in the match, it was like he was so off balance. He was having a hard time just keeping his balance. Something was strange there. And anybody, there's so many people talking about that. To me, something wasn't right. I don't know what it was. Some people say the match was fixed. I don't know. But all I know is this. No, these sparring videos they were recent in his training, and he looked like the old Mike Tyson. But in the match, it was just two different people. It was very strange. Jake Paul won by unanimous decision. It was just strange. So anyway, I saw it, and yeah, I don't know. Very odd. Very, very odd. At least it was to me. But not just me. There was a lot of people that just saw it, and I thought, and they thought too, that it was just something wasn't right. So anyway, I'm an exorcist. Father Amorthus was an exorcist. So yeah, it just seemed weird, didn't it? Yeah, if you watch the recent sparring videos, and then watch the match, it's like two different people. Weird. So anyway, that is my take on the Tyson fight. It was just strange. Yeah. Well, yeah, you could tell. Yeah, even at Holyfield, you could tell there's something not right that day with him. But anyway, something was very strange there. Something was very, very odd. Now, speaking of the recent hearing that we had on the Hill in the United States, this was really interesting. If you've not heard about this, listen. This is by TK Randall as well. There's a classified video shows a white orb emerging from the sea. I've seen this video, and I can't explain it. So this week's congressional hearing featured testimony concerning an alleged video of a UAP, that's a new term instead of UFO, off the coast of Kuwait. And while there's still a lot to digest from the hearing, one of the most extraordinary claims to come out during the proceedings was the alleged existence of a 12-minute-long color video showing a white orb emerging from the ocean at around 20 miles from the coast of Kuwait. Filmed from a helicopter, this footage, which has not been released to the public as of yet, was reportedly discovered on a secure internal network used by the Department of Defense to transmit classified information. The revelation comes courtesy of journalist Michael Schellenberger, who testified at the hearing. says halfway through the video, my source said the orb is joined by another orb that briefly comes into the frame from the left before rapidly moving again out of the frame. So the existence of this video wasn't the only interesting thing to come out of the hearing either. Says at one point, co-chair Nancy Mace brought out a 12-page document concerning a secretive UAP crash retrieval program known as Immaculate Constellation. Delivered by Schellenberger, the report had been written by a whistleblower who claimed that the executive branch has been managing UAP issues without congressional knowledge, oversight, or authorization for some time, possibly decades. And controversial former Department of Defense official Luis Elizondo also spoke at the hearing. He said the vehicles we're talking about are performing in excess of 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 Gs. And he said, we are talking about technologies that outperform anything in our military inventory. And he also stated they are clearly intelligently controlled. There's something going on there. And by the way, this is a former Department of Defense official. So this is not, Joe Blow down the street who has no idea what he's talking about. He just had an opinion. These are people who actually work in the Department of Defense or former members. And there was even a rear admiral who testified to this. And and what they said is there is a retrieval program and that they call it, basically there were bodies. That I think Elizondo is the one who said that there were bodies that were retrieved. So there's something, I don't know. Oh yeah, I'm sure you do. Yeah, in California. Yeah, so we just don't know. Well, it's just kind of something is going on. Yeah, Brandy, I don't do that. Psalm 23, Psalm 91. Yeah. They use other terms instead of just blatantly called them alien bodies. They just should have just said it, but no, they were using all these other terms to mask what they meant. But it was clear what they meant. But I don't. To me, that's here's the thing. We have something going on to where our fighter jets can't keep up with these things. Our fighter jets. Yeah, there you go. Biological entities is what they call it. Thank you there, Josh. They refer to basically alien bodies as biological entities. Bodies. I think it's interesting how they're slowly, as I talked about this yesterday, they're slowly putting this out here. It's a slow drip of information, and I think they're doing that, for the sole purpose of not causing too much panic. Yeah, but see, there's fighter pilots that whose aircrafts are the top of the best of the cream of the crop, and their computer system can't keep up with these things. Folks, you're talking about 3,000 Gs. I mean, that's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. And something that goes 3,000 Gs, I can't even imagine. I mean, yeah, I can't imagine that. Do you understand that? You don't understand how fast that is? Okay, 3,000 Gs is something that goes 66,000 miles per hour. 66,000 miles per hour. I don't understand. I don't understand. So it's crazy. It is. It's crazy. It means that for a G is for means that for every 1 G means that for every second that elapses, velocity changes like 9.8 meters per second. So it's gravity. So G in G force, it's an abbreviation for gravity. So the G force is a measure of acceleration, or D, acceleration actually for that matter. It's a change of speed over time. So to 66,000 miles per hour. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Yep. So something is going on. I mean, the F-15, which is it's a Strike Eagle, pretty powerful. I mean, unbelievably powerful. That can go 1,875 thousand miles, so 1,875 miles per hour. Now that's an F-15. They can go 1,800 miles, almost 1,900 miles per hour. And we have, by the way, there was an experimental aircraft that we had, and that was 2,190 miles per hour, I think, at one time, that NASA and the United States Air Force created. And so today it's the MiG-25 Foxbat, and that goes 2,190 miles per hour. This thing that they have was going 66,000 miles per hour. Not even close to what we have. So if you think about that, I don't know what in the world it was, but it was something that we can't do. So I don't know. No, I don't think aliens are demons. I just simply don't. I don't buy that. But we don't know what they are. That's it. We just simply don't know. But I just think they're created beings in a parallel universe, or another universe, or perhaps in our same universe, just in another solar system. I don't know. We don't have that type of technology. Not 66,000 miles per hour. Not there. We have nothing that even comes close to that. We just don't. I think there's too many people who are experiencing and witnessing, and then you have people. You remember, people say, "Well, I just don't believe in aliens." Okay, fine, but we have people who worked in the Pentagon. We have a former official who was a director in the UAP program, who testified in Congress that we have, as Josh put it earlier, that we have these beings, that we have these biological entities. So these are people who work in the Department of Defense. They work in the Pentagon. You and me, we don't. So we are very limited in our knowledge and education. These people are obviously, well, they're in that field. Yeah, the lizard theory is an interesting thing. I don't necessarily buy the lizard theory, but there are so many different breeds as far as aliens. Oh, we don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, yeah, it's kind of crazy. Shape-shifting. I've never seen a shapeshifter, but that doesn't mean that I don't believe in them. I just have never seen one. Listen to this crazy story. These are crazy people. Listen to this. This is nuts. Let me share this with you real quick. Yeah. Oh, I do believe in ghosts. Here's a really strange story. This is by NPR. 4 LA residents allegedly defrauded multiple insurance companies of over $141,000. A wildlife expert who reviewed footage of the incident said that the culprit was clearly a human in a bear suit. Listen to this. So what they did is they went around destroying property, and they claimed it was a bear that did it. They found out, in fact, that it was not a real bear, and they defrauded. Can you be? Do you see this? Yeah, I mean, really, it's like, come on, people. True story. True story. So let me. Yeah, I'll pull this one up here. Oh yeah. Hold on. I hate all these. There. So it was they had luxury cars. So what happened? This is for Associated Press. California has seen its share of bears, has not, or has seen its share of bears breaking into cars, but bears caught on camera entering luxury cars tipped off insurers that something wasn't quite right. In what it was dubbed Operation Bear Claw, well, thank you, the California Insurance Department said 4 LA residents were arrested Wednesday, accused of defrauding 3 insurance companies out of nearly $142,000 by claiming a bear had caused damage to their vehicles. The group is accused of providing video footage from the San Bernardino Mountains in January of a bear moving inside a Rolls Royce and 2 Mercedes to the insurance companies as part of their damage claims, the department said. So photos provided by the insurance department shows that what appeared to be scratches on the seats and doors. The company viewing video, I can't believe this. The company viewing video of the Rolls Royce suspected it was not a bear inside, but someone in a bear costume. Detectives found 2 additional claims with 2 different insurance companies for the 4 with the same date of loss at the same location. Similar video was provided of the bear inside the Mercedes vehicles. It was not immediately known. The 4 people arrested had attorneys, and the department had a biologist from the California Department of Fish and Wildlife review the 3 videos, who concluded it was clearly a human in a bear suit. The insurance department said. After executing a search warrant, detectives found the bear costume in the suspect's home. So bears breaking into homes with trash cans in search of food had become a problem in California, from Lake Tahoe in the Sierra down to the foothills suburbs of Los Angeles, where some have been known to raid refrigerators and take dips in backyard pools and hot tubs. So there we go. Folks, don't do this. It's probably not a good idea. Just don't do it. I've not seen the video. Let me see if I can find the video, because I've got to see if this video is up here.
4 people in California are under arrest after using a bear costume to damage cars as part of the...
Okay, so there it is.
The suspects claimed a bear entered their cars and damaged them.
It's not even when you look at it, it's like, come on, the people can't possibly, they really thought they were going to get away with this. You have to go on YouTube. I'm watching this. It is the most ridiculous thing in the world. Wow. Anyway, I mean, they just scratched, basically. I mean, oh, for crying out loud. It is so bad. It is so... it's... The bear is doing this, and oh my goodness gracious, folks, it's bad. It is bad. You have to check this out. You have to check it out. It's some people. I'm telling you, some people. It's one of those things. Yeah. Now, speaking of animals and strange animals, of course, bears are not so much strange. But listen to this. This is interesting. Did you know? This is by T.K. Randall. Listen to this. The FBI once tested Bigfoot hair samples of former agent claims. I mean, okay. So the subject of Bigfoot was once seemingly important enough for even the FBI to take it seriously. And you would think that the FBI would already have its hands full dealing with legitimate cases, but according to one former FBI agent, officials once spent time investigating the Bigfoot phenomenon and even tried testing alleged samples of Sasquatch hair. The claim comes courtesy of Tracy Chandler Walder, a 45-year-old from Texas who previously worked as a special agent with the FBI's Los Angeles field office. The case in question reportedly dates back to the 1970s and saw the FBI investigate samples of hair provided by a hunter who claimed that they had originated from the creature. Perhaps unsurprisingly, the samples turned out to be from a deer, but it was the FBI's willingness to conduct tests on them at all that makes the incident particularly intriguing. It says the hunter believed it was from Sasquatch or Bigfoot, and they legitimately tested it and ran it through their forensic labs, and it came back as being a species of deer. says Walder. But it's interesting that the FBI actually took this case. It kind of played into the conspiracy theories and legitimacy surrounding it. Could the FBI have had a reason for taking this particular case seriously? Did the Bureau know something about the phenomenon that we don't? We may never know, the author says. As for Walder, she has her own thoughts about the Bigfoot phenomena. And she says, in my opinion, with cryptids, I think they're probably real species of animal that people have mistaken or for something else or have actually seen, never seen before. See, people ask me all the time about Bigfoot and do I think that they exist? I do. I think there's something there. And the reason is I believe that is because I've talked about this many times before. I had a game warden on from Alaska. This game warden, I mean, he's a native Alaskan. So he was born in Alaska. He was raised up in the woods. And he's a game warden. And I got to tell you something odd is about this, because he said he saw absolutely a bipedal creature. And I asked him, I said, well, and point blank, I said, well, could you confuse it with a bear or a moose? And his exact response to me is, Bishop Long, if I don't know the difference between a bear and a moose and a bipedal creature, then I probably should not be a game warden in Alaska. He has nothing. He has nothing to gain by telling this story. Nothing. He's not selling anything. He's not selling a book. He didn't charge to be on the show. Something is odd there. So, yeah, we just don't know what these things are. Well, see, that's the thing. There's too many people. There's just too many credible sources saying that they are seeing these things. See, if he was selling a book or, something like this, or trying to sell his story as a movie, then you can say, well, there might be some type of, what's the intent behind it? But he's not. So I don't know. There's something there. Yeah, Mothman. So Little Wizard, I got to tell you something. I don't know what I saw at the gates of hell cemetery in Kentucky. A lot of people say that I saw Mothman. I don't know. But I know I saw something with 3 other people that I can't describe it. I have no idea what it was. I have no idea. So there's something. I don't know. Something was strange. Well, alchemy, it depends. I mean, if you're using it for magic, or that's what you're using. That you have to look at what you're using it for. Alchemists, they turn base metals like lead or iron into like gold or silver, or find a cure for diseases. And so it just depends on what you're using it for. That's true. That's true. Dr. Campbell is saying some say Bigfoot's near UFO sightings. I've heard that too. I have heard that a lot. We just don't know what these things are, but I just think there's too many people who are reporting that they're seeing this creature out there. And I've met quite a few of them. Being in the paranormal, I've been in the paranormal field for a long, long time. And my first time that I ever investigated was 35 years ago. So something is odd. I want to talk about this case real quick. So I made a video here on TikTok. And if you guys can go over and take a look at that, that'd be fine. So I always, every time I do a case, when I go to someone's home, I always bring this, a crucifix. Primarily this. I have several of them, but this is an older one. So these are really hard to find. As a matter of fact, I even made a TikTok just today about this. And it's really cool because you take this out and inside you have candles and you have a holy water vial. But what you do is you take this out and you put this on top of here like this. And I always have something like this with me. Well, there was a case one time where a family had purchased a Ouija board because they thought it was, let's do something. They were bored, I guess. They just wanted to try it. And they tried it. And of course, the planchette was moving and each person thought that the other person was doing it. And they didn't really think much of it. They tried it a couple times. Oh, I would love to. Yeah, I love to go to UK. So they went to bed and the mom kept hearing like thumps. in threes. And she originally thought it was the kids playing ball, you know, hitting the ball on the wall in their room. So she got up and was pretty mad because it was late at night, thinking the kids were playing. So she went into the room. They were sleeping, completely asleep. And so she went into the living room, and the living room is where they had on the coffee table, they had the Ouija board. And she heard the thumps, and it would like be in threes. And then she saw the planchet that was on the Ouija board, and it started moving. Now, there was no one else there, so there was no one playing a prank on her with a, you know, invisible thread or something like that. She was by herself. She was startled. I'm telling you, she was really, really, really startled. So they contacted us, and we had a team, and they went out there and they investigated, and they got a lot of EVPs, Class A EVPs. Class A, you have three classes, A, B, and C. Class C is you can clearly hear it, absolutely clear. And they had some Class A EVPs. EVP stands for electronic voice phenomena. You use that as a digital recorder. It said leave, get out. I mean, it was pretty aggressive. They had some growls. So I showed up, and I was going to perform the minor rite of exorcism. You don't perform an exorcism on a home. It doesn't exist. You bless the home. You perform the exorcism on the demonic entity that has manifested itself within the home. So that I have this. Now, I've never used these candles, and because it's original, and because this is an antique. And so I just didn't want to ever use these candles. So what I do is I always have a tea light, tea light candle. Now, for demonstration purposes, I'm going to show you basically what it looked like. Of course, it was lit, so it looks like this. All right, now that's a battery operated tea light. You guys can see it on TikTok clear, and you're looking right here. I'll show you guys in a minute. So I was beginning the litany of the saints, and as I was doing this, one of the investigators said, "Bishop Long, your cross is on fire." I turned around. The flame was about this high from the candle originally. When I turned around, the flame went here, and it caught the crucifix on fire. This was actually on fire. I have never in my life seen a flame go from here to there. It infuriated me because, number one, this is an antique. So these are very hard. You can find them, but this actually, I think it's 1940s. And so again, here's the tea light. To give you an example, from here all the way to here, it burnt so hot that I'll show you. It actually burnt through the porcelain. This is what it did. It actually burned through it. And it actually burnt all the way over there, too, you can see. It infuriated me because this is an antique. But that's the type of desecration that we talk about, is this. And of course, I continued, and we finished the minor rite. And so that is something that I tell you what, that really made me mad when that happened. But it's things like that. That's when we say desecration. That is not. It wasn't really recent. That was several years. That was, gosh, maybe 10 years ago. Yeah, it's been a while. But I share this story with people to see, when I talk about desecration of religious objects, something like that. That would be a form of desecration. But I mean, literally, oh yeah, no question, it was an attack, no question, because the flame went from that little tea light candle, this tiny little tea light candle, all the way up to here. And what was strange about it, it burnt. I mean, really, really hot. It's one thing having candle, a light, the flame going all the way up here from a tea light candle, but for the fact that it burnt so hot that it burnt through that, I've seen a lot of things, but that was insane. So, well, not sleeping. I don't think it's sleeping is the proper word, but some people do. I don't, because time doesn't exist in death. Oh, the evil is very powerful. Sure. How do you know if someone someone is possessed? There's no guessing involved with a person who's possessed can have the knowledge. It's called retrocognition and prognostication. So retrocognition is the ability to know your sins, and it's not because demons can read your mind. They cannot. They're not all knowing. But sin falls under what's called ordinary demonic activity. So because they tempt us to sin, they know what the sins are. And this is why an exorcist will always have the sacrament of reconciliation prior to performing an exorcism, so they can't use that against us. And I knew that was the next question, but we're not going to get into debate with that. That's just my opinion. So, but that's how I mean, it is just unbelievably intense. So, and then also prognostication is the ability to know the future. So, if people don't want to believe in ghosts, fine. Then I'm going to ask you, how many cases have you worked? If you don't believe in ghosts, I don't believe in ghosts. Okay, how many cases have you worked? Well, that's just my opinion. Based on what? Because I've worked thousands of cases. My first time that I've investigated was 35 years ago. Oh, you did, Sherry? Wow. See, there's a lot of people who are capturing this a lot, capturing these things. Okay. Yep. I'm just, in scripture actually talks about ghosts. Because people will say there's no such thing as a ghost. That's not what scripture says. Not at all. Scripture says just the opposite. And see, when I say that, people don't like that. Well, too bad. That's what it says. Well, it sort of meant that. Don't. It didn't sort of meant. That's what it says. Yeah, because remember when Jesus was walking on water, it said that the disciples were terrified because they thought they were seeing a ghost. Well, it meant demon. Oh, so now you're going to tell what the writer should have said. Got it. Right, that's Matthew chapter 14, verse 26, when he was walking on the sea. And it says when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were terrified. It's a ghost. And also, let's not forget that in Luke chapter 24, verse 36 through 51, when Jesus appeared to them after he was crucified, they were terrified and they said, it's a ghost. So what does that tell you? It tells you that the disciples had the concept of what ghosts were. It also tells you that Jesus says, I am not a ghost. Ghosts do not have flesh and bones as you see that I have. So he was clearly demonstrating that ghosts do not have this. Therefore, they must have something else. And obviously, otherwise, if ghosts did not exist, then Jesus would have said, ghosts don't exist. That's not what he said. Not what he said. Yeah, Jesus performed an exorcism on several people. Okay, so let me just explain this a little bit because people like to always, I don't know why. The dead know nothing. Okay, that's true. And people will talk about this. I said, no such thing as ghosts because the dead know nothing. That's what it says. They said, and then I asked them, where does it say it? Well, I don't know, but it says somewhere in the Bible. Well, let me tell you where it says. In Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 5. That's where it says. And it says, for the living know that they will die, but the dead know nothing. And they have no further reward, and even their name is forgotten. Okay, so what does that mean? Ecclesiastes. It's often used. Often addresses the human perspective on life and death, and frequently expressing it's a more skeptical or existential viewpoint about life under the sun, meaning life without consideration of God's ultimate plan. So, from that perspective, the verse is emphasizing the cessation of consciousness and the activity after death from an earthly viewpoint. So, you have to take it in context, because it also talks about being with God after death. And there are New Testament passages like Philippians chapter 1, verse 23, where Paul expresses a desire to depart and to be with Christ. And he says, for that is much better. And in 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 8, and he says, we are confident, I say, and would prefer to be away from the body and be at home with the Lord. So these reflect the Christian hope and belief, obviously, in the afterlife. So anyway. Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of people who see that. Yeah, not automatically know your past traumas. They can use that against you. But remember, they're not all knowing. That's very, very important to know. Sometimes we place demons on the level of God. They're not omnipotent. They're not omniscient. They're not God. So I'm Catholic. I wanted an explanation from the so-called priest. Who's so-called priest? So what are you talking about? There's a priest that you don't understand, and on TikTok, 4130 Diesel. But discernment is what I would do. Discernment. Oh, me, obviously. Oh, well, if you were actually Catholic, actually what you just did is violated what your Pope said that you're not supposed to do. So actually you're a hypocrite. You're a Pharisee, because the Pope actually said you are not supposed to be doing this. And he also talked about that's a grave sin against ecumenism. So while you come in here and you're calling me a so-called priest, the Pope actually said what you're doing is a grave sin. So therefore, if you're a Catholic and you're supposed to follow the Pontiff's teachings, then what you've done is just violated what the Pope said you're not supposed to do. So who's the hypocrite here? You or me? Do you really want to have an intelligent conversation? Or did you want to just battle wits? And if you want to battle wits, too bad you came unprepared. All right. All right, 4130. Congratulations. I gave you 2 seconds of my time, and now you have 3. Bye-bye. That's how you handle that. That's how you handle that situation. Anyway. People. You got the trolls. It is, you just gotta, you gotta troll. Yeah. I really don't care what they think. Honestly, when I tell you do not worry about what the trolls say, I mean it. That person, discernment means take it to prayer. Oh, yeah, well, that's true. Or I have Bible study too on Sundays and Wednesdays, so please join us. Or join us on Monday. This gnat. I hate this gnat. There's these stupid gnats flying in my face. Go away. Anyway. Okay, well, Space, you're obviously trolling, aren't you? Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Pleasure being here. Yeah, it's that time. It's 9:39 on a Saturday night, and they have nothing better to do than to troll clergy's live. That's pretty sad, actually. Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you, M Legend. Thank you. Hopefully, nope. Actually, he was giving me a compliment, Bill. So let's unmute him because he was giving me a compliment. So there we go. Unmute him. I think it was. Or was he saying something? M Legend, were you saying that I'm calming your anger, or were you saying that I'm making you angry? No, let's give M Legend an opportunity to explain. M Legend. Well, I know. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. So, M Legend, I have unmuted you. Are you? Well, thank you. Are you saying that I am making you angry, or that I have helped your anger? Oh, he said I'm full of anger. Oh, yeah. See, he was saying he was saying the yeah, he was saying that trolls were full of anger. Anyway. Should I turn from Catholic to Christian? Catholics are Christian. Yeah. They need to put down the bongs. For those of you who are on Spreaker, I'm going to say goodnight to you. I'm going to stay with you guys for a little bit longer, but say goodnight to you guys on Spreaker. It's just easier to have not all these things open. So there we go. We're going to close out Spreaker. That way is, well, sometimes you would think that this might be a little purgatory, don't you? But if it is, people are not learning, especially the trolls. By the way, trolls, if you're trolling and you're calling yourself a Catholic or a Christian, you're a big fat liar, because a person who's actually a Christian and has Christ in the heart, they don't go around trolling. Not at all. So a person who truly is filled with Christ, they go around showing compassion to people and love. But if you're trolling, you're kind of telling us that Jesus ain't in your heart. You need to find some Jesus. Well, that's what a troll is. A troll is a nasty person who comes in and says nasty things for the sole purpose of causing dissent. As a matter of fact, the Bible is very clear upon that, very clear that that is a sin. And a person who does that doesn't have Christ in their heart. Just doesn't. Because if you truly had Christ in your heart, then the Holy Spirit would tell you, you know what, maybe you shouldn't do that. That's not a very good, nice thing to do. So, anyway, I studied a little bit of Aramaic and Latin, and of course, I do the best I can about English. I'm not really going to talk in politics, guys. I'm not going to do politics. Okay, TikTok, stay with me. We're going to wrap things up soon, but not yet. I'm going to stay with TikTok for just a bit longer because it's kind of getting hard to keep. We're going to be here tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're going to be here at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our Bible study. Trolls, sorry, but we put sub chat only. We don't talk to trolls because trolls are, 30, 40, 50-year-old people living in their parents' basement and wanting everybody to pay attention to them because their life is so wonderful, so they have to go around trolling others. But anyway, for those of you on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, thank you for being here. And remember, we're going to be here tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our Bible study. Remember that your value does not decrease based on some inability or perhaps the 2 brain cells that the trolls actually have. Remember, you're priceless. And don't let any troll tell you or convince you otherwise. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and Rumble. Good night.